Well, it's officially been 1 year as a nomad living off grid, so I thought I'd do a quick video to walk around the camper and show you my setup. And I'll start with the most important piece, the solar build. On this side we have three 190 watt panels, and over there we got another 200 watt panel for a total of 770 watts. And I never pull anywhere near that much unless I'm testing it on high noon on a hot Arizona summer, and you'll never catch me camping in Arizona during the summer. Way too hot. And while I'm up here, there's my outside antenna for my cell signal booster, rigged up because I really don't have anywhere to mount it on the air conditioner that I never use. The solar panels are good for nothing if they have nothing to charge, so this is the heart of the build. I have this little storage cubby here that I blocked off for all my solar equipment. Here you have two 200 amp hour AGM batteries. Those are some big babies right there. This is a 2000 watt inverter charger. So basically what this does is it allows me to charge my sensitive electronics, 120 volt stuff like charging a phone, running a TV, microwave, things like that. When I'm not plugged in, because I'm rarely ever plugged in since I live off grid. But if I do decide to plug in to a campground somewhere, then this cable, I actually spliced that into the inverter charger, and it'll pass through that charge to the batteries. There's the charge controller. That's a 60 amp MPPT charge controller. So the panels run into there, and it delivers its charge through the circuit breakers back to the batteries. And this cable runs the electronics from the tongue, which right now is only my electronic brake controller, my EBC. The panels up top, I should have showed that while I was up there, but they're wired down through the refrigerator vent, which you're looking at there, and they basically just come down here. I'm able to access the wires through here, and then I ran them all the way over on the inside of the RV through here. So you can see the panels plug in there. Then we bring that over to the battery. A lot of that other stuff is just temperature sensors, things like that. These are my instrument panels that give me my readouts and controls for all the gear I just showed you in the storage cubby. This one's for the inverter charger. It's a remote. You can cycle through some of those settings, but I really just do it to monitor the voltage, and I can turn this on or off. I don't run it while I'm traveling, and if I've hit a string of cloudy days, I'll turn that off and just not use my sensitive electronics, but that rarely happens. This one here is the Bluetooth connector to my charge controller, so I can see exactly how much power my 4 panels up top are actually pulling down. And then this one's the battery monitor. It might look like it's showing me the same thing there, but it's a separate device that specifically gives accurate readings for how much juice you got left in your battery. So the antenna I had mounted up top, that is a WeBoost cell signal booster. So basically how that works is the antenna up top pulls in your cell signal, and then we have the second antenna inside that pushes that signal back out. You can see my hotspot here. And what that does for me is sometimes you'll be in an area where there's a really weak signal, and I might hop out of the van and do a quick signal check, and it might show that I have decent enough data to work. But once I get inside the RV, a weak signal will just die out completely trying to get through the aluminum walls of this camper. So that basically just overrides that problem, and it lets me pull in the actual cell signal, and it does boost it. There's a lot of times where I'll get a lot more download upload speed. Sometimes it can also, if you only got a 1x, it's good enough that it'll boost that 1x right up to usable data. Probably not streaming video, but you can work on your laptop if you need to. So here's the trailer itself. You might say, damn Kato, that's a dirty ass trailer. And I say, hell yeah it is. That's about exactly what it looks like 2 days after cleaning it too, because I stay in places like this. It'll take me about half an hour to get to a paved road. So, yep, it stays dirty. storage cubby. That's my fridge vent. This is another modification I did here. This is where you drain your black and gray tanks. It's the black water is poop. But I don't have that because I ripped out my toilet and replaced it with a composting toilet. Where the hell is the camera coming from? There it is. So I just plumbed those together using this little knife jack there. So that would be the black tank. This would be the gray tank. And now they're combined, so I can put a lot more dishwater and shower water in here before I gotta empty it. Another storage cubby. This is my pass-through. It goes all the way on through to the other side. Not that interesting. Yeah, here's my propane. I have 2 propane tanks in here, and I keep a 3rd in my van, just in case I'm really out somewhere remote, and I don't want to have to drive somewhere to refill my tanks. The propane runs the heater inside, and the fridge when I'm not running it on electric. But since I added a 4th panel up top, I usually just run the fridge on electric now. But sometimes at night, or if it's been rainy or cloudy, I'll switch it over to propane so I don't risk bringing my batteries down too low. That used to be the battery box for the POS battery that came with it, but I just replaced that and use it as storage. So that has like my, it doesn't have them in there right now, but it has like my stand for the jack. It has my tie downs for the dogs, whatever. And I didn't do a whole lot to the van. Used to use this as a van camper. The only major thing I had to do here was I had to add a towing kit because the van did not come with one, so I had to put this tow bar on here, and I added a hitch to raise it up so that my trailer isn't dipping down too low when I'm on the road. And there's my backup camera, and really all I use my backup camera for is aiming my hitch ball so I can tow it from the tongue. Now let's take a look inside.
We've got a fierce kitty guarding the door. That's Rowan. And I think Nevada wants to come in too. I have the shoes I wear most often hanging on a little rail by the door. Storage bin for the dog and cat treats. That gets used frequently. There's some more storage right under the bed here. That's where all the dog and cat food goes, along with some other stuff like paper towels, toilet paper. Let's see. Over here, that thing with the handle is a little laundry chute. Goes down to the pass-through storage. Some miscellany up top. I had to build shelves in these little closets for all my clothes. Otherwise, it was just one big trash heap. And I have a storage ottoman down here for my shoes.
Actually, if I put another one over there, I could buy more shoes.
So here are my 2 storage ottomans where I keep my shoes. Otherwise, I can't really access the area over there. There's a kitty bed, trash can, Dyson vacuum. Our drinking water goes in water jugs. I have 2 more in the van. There's a little cutting board over the sink for some extra counter space. Range oven, microwave, TV. Here are some lazy dogs sleeping on the convertible dinette or guest bed. Pantry for food. Tools down below. Little bitty fridge. Dishes over there. And that's about it.
Hi, hey girl. That's Nevada. And there's Ghost over there. Oh, he's ready. He's ready for the camera. He's ready for the camera. Okay, well, that's me 1 year out here. I love it. It's okay. So that'll wrap it up. I've been out here a year, and I'm sure I'll be out here another year. So maybe I'll do more of these and get better at it. See ya.